Hey folks, Chuck Holton here. Thanks for watching the Hot Zone. I'm in Egypt, and I'm actually on the Sinai Peninsula right now, and we are in an oasis in a very remote part of the Sinai, right in kind of the center. And we stopped here for lunch. There's a nice Bedouin family that made us some salad and some tuna with onions and some homemade bread. Very good lunch. Interesting day we've had so far. I just wanted to show you this while I'm here, because these flowers right here are poppies, and this is what they use to make heroin out of. You see these in Afghanistan a lot. Look at this one here. Has been scored, and it's got this black kind of lines on there. That's where they score it, and the sap comes out, which they then collect, and that's what they use to make black tar heroin, which gets refined into the heroin that kills people in the United States. Now here, these might even just be volunteer plants, and they're probably just, the family that lives here probably uses them if they have a headache or something like that, because it's not processed, it's not concentrated, it's just, natural right off the plant there. You can see this one's got a flower on it. Look at that flower. That's a beautiful flower. That's nice, huh? And they, Afghanistan, you'll see huge fields of these things just going off to the horizon. And that's because 90% of the world's illegal heroin comes from Afghanistan. But here, it's probably just a thing that the family uses if they have a headache or a toothache or something. One of the things that I'm here to do is to make a story about the exodus of the Israelites from Egypt and their trek to Mount Sinai. Now, there's a lot of kind of misunderstandings and a lot of different theories about Mount Sinai, where it is, how they got there. And the Bible it gives a very detailed account of their journey to Mount Sinai, where they received the Ten Commandments and all that, for those of you who don't know the story. It gives a very detailed account, but we don't quite know where all those places that are mentioned in that account are. And so there's a lot of sort of disagreement on that. But we're here to kind of try to track down the actual places. And one of the things that we just did was track down a wadi that's like kind of a washout, a little valley that goes between these mountains. I'll turn around here so you can see the mountains behind me. Very steep cliffs, sandstone and basalt cliffs on both sides of the wadi. And the washout that goes down the middle is almost for certain the way that the Israelites would have taken across the Sinai Peninsula, if they did cross the Sinai Peninsula, to cross the Red Sea at a place called Numeba. Now I'm going to go down there next, and we're going to check that out and see what makes that the likely site that a lot of people think nowadays believe that's the actual place where they crossed the Red Sea. So fascinating stuff that we're doing out here this week. We're going to be tracking this down. We just came from Cairo yesterday. We're out in the Sinai and Sharm el Sheikh today and tomorrow, and then we go back tomorrow afternoon to Cairo to pick up with another story that we're doing on the pyramids. So stay tuned. We're going to be doing some really amazing things, not war correspondent stuff, not current news reporting so much, but just some very, very interesting historic. I guess it is reporting on a war. It's just reporting on a war that happened 6,000 years ago or something. So that's important. Check this out. This is the water. This water flows out of the spring here at this oasis, and they've got cisterns, they've got these buckets all around that they fill up, but this is the flow of the water that comes out of the ground like that. And they pipe it down here like a siphon kind of thing. Let me show you where it goes. We'll follow it up here. Check this out. Uh-oh, I gotta go around this fence. I don't think I can get, oh, I can get through here. That is a nasty barbed wire fence right there. That's like a Soviet barbed wire fence or something. Like, whew, that one's meant to hurt you. So I'm gonna go up here to the actual source of the oasis. Here's the hose. It goes by the remains of this very old wall right here. Obviously, this oasis has been here for thousands of years and has been used for a long, long time. There's also something else interesting here. Something we would call manure, they would call firewood. I don't know if that's from a camel or what, but they burn that stuff for fuel in the wintertime because there's not a lot of wood out here. They also burn these palm fronds. So this is the actual spring right here behind me, and it has been kind of carved out over the years, centuries, millennia, I don't know. But down inside there is a little pool, and so they run this pipe out and down the hill far enough that the siphoning pressure takes it off, or lets it just run down there, and then they can use it, but they don't want to shut it off. And so I'm going to also turn around and show you the vista here of this oasis. Pretty cool for a very remote area. And it's just a couple families that live here. So we've been driving across the desert for several hours already today, making a big loop around the interior of the Sinai Peninsula. Not quite as far to the west as St. Catherine's Monastery, but kind of northeast of that. And fascinating stuff, really interesting day that we're having out here. All right, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Keep watching the Hot Zone, folks. Thanks for all of our new supporters. You can go to chuckholton.locals.com and support the podcast. We'd appreciate that very much. Thanks a lot. We'll see you.